Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to Sports Host's first of its kind cricket podcast, where just enthusiastic and passionate cricket fans like us will come together every week and discuss and talk and share our opinions. We will be covering all the India League games, and hopefully, we as passionate Indian fans hope that India makes the knockouts, and they will. And we will also cover the knockout games. So let me begin by introducing myself. I am Alan James, and I have with me Vidhi. We both are the hosts for today. And I'll just go ahead and let the panelists introduce themselves, starting with Dipe.
Hello guys, first of all, thank you for having me here. I am a big cricket enthusiast. I am pursuing masters in sports management, and my favorite teams are of course the Indian cricket team, and in IPL I'm a big fan of Mumbai Indians. And yes, I'm equally excited for the T20 World Cup and quite optimistic that we will definitely take the cup home. So yeah, looking forward.
Yeah, Bhavesh, go ahead.
Hi guys, thank you so much for giving me this platform to talk about this lovely game. I'm really passionate towards this game from childhood, so I really like to watch, play, and talk about this game. So I am also doing MBA in sports management. So really looking forward for this podcast. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks, first of all, for inviting me to this podcast. I've been a avid cricket watcher since a long time, more than a decade, and it's a wonderful opportunity for me to be a part of this podcast. So I'm pretty excited about it. Although I'm an engineer by profession, my passion is cricket. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this.
All right. So yeah, now we have Vidhi, our second host. Let's just get her to introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'll be your co-host today. I am Vidhi Ladda, and as from the introduction that I got from all of you all, I think we're all a bunch of cricket nerds that just want to talk anything and everything about cricket. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. Let's start talking cricket. So the World Cup is right in front of us. The stage is set, and the matches start from today. So let's just talk about our warm-up matches that just took place this week. Pretty interesting, don't you think? We played the first match against England and the second match against Australia. Dipen, what do you think are our key takeaways from these two warm-up matches?
Yes. The most important key takeaway is that we're looking very confident. The bunch of youngsters and our two seniors in Rohit and Virat, they are pretty confident about their side. And I was very pleased to see how these two captains, they did captaincy in one of matches and selected the people for the two games. So starting with the first warm-up match, I was really happy to see Ishan Kishan opening and Rohit getting the rest because it was much needed after the England series and then the IPL. And yes, we saw how Ishan Kishan and KL Rahul started firing right from the start because we were chasing. I'll start with the first innings. So yes, it was a pretty a poor outing for Bhuvneshwar Kumar as he got 50 runs. He got to league 50 runs, but then it was a good inning for our prime pacer Jasprit Bumrah, and he got something around. He gave only 26 and took one wicket also. And it was a good outing for Mohammad Shami. He got 3 wickets, caught for some runs, but that's how he is. He is our wicket taker. And yes, we know how England can be. They play fearlessly. So they gave a good total of around 192. But yes, our confident boys KL Rahul and Ishan Kishan came down and just started firing them. And that was the most pleasing thing to see Ishan Kishan back in form, because now we know that we have that backup option of Ishan Kishan as an opener if Rohit or KL gets injured. And yes, the form KL Rahul, he is in the his form of his life, and it's really good to see that because he will be our key member. And yes, it was then Pant also got some runs in his belt, so that was quite pleasing to see. And I think we chased down our target very pretty comfortably in the first match. And coming to second match, we got Rohit as a captain. He mentioned that they have to, sort the sixth bowling option. So we saw our captain, Mr. Virat Kohli, bowling that right arm medium. So that was really pleasing to see. And Surya getting some runs, Rohit getting some runs, and that was all. I think we all were sorted in the second match also. Ashwin getting those two proper test wickets. That was quite pleasing to see. And Varun Chakravarti also got some runs. And the main part was the Bhuvi's confidence. So in the second match, he was really confident. He gave only 27 runs, got 1 wicket. So I think that we are pretty confident going into the World Cup now. All the boxes are ticked and we're all set.
Right. Dipen, I like that you bring the bowlers thing up regarding the second warm-up match, because the bowlers really shone through in the second warm-up match, because we got 2 early wickets from Ashwin, and like we kept them tied to a small total, like competitive, but we could chase it easily, that kind of a total. I'll put for the next question towards Ria regarding the bowlers only. Like, we have plenty of bowling options under our belt, but we are still looking for that one sixth bowler all rounder, and we're looking for options. What do you think that our bowling?
Absolutely. So basically, talking about me, I have 4 fixed bowlers. That is Ashwin. We'll go with 2 pacers. That is Bhuvi and Bumrah, which will remain fixed. But apart from that, the fourth bowling option can either be a third pacer or it can be a spinner, depending upon the conditions. So it can either be a Rahul Chahar, which is there, or we can go with a proper pacer, which is Mohammad Shami, considering the experience he has, and he is an attacking wicket-taking bowler. Depending on that day, we'll choose the fourth bowler. Now, coming to the fifth and the sixth bowling options, what I feel is Jadeja can at least bowl 2 overs any given day. He is pretty accurate. He has been doing good for CSK as well. Although he didn't bowl much during the warm-up matches, he has a overall good performance when it comes to bowling in UAE sort of pitches. We saw that even in the CSK outing, he does provide breakthroughs when needed. Now, talking about me personally, I feel Hardik Pandya is not going to bowl. So Shardul Thakur needs to be in the playing 11, irrespective of whether Hardik plays or we need an extra batsman or not. Because what that will do is we will get an extra bowling option in that case. So for me, the 4 bowlers are fixed. That is Ashwin, Varun Chakravarti, Bhumi, and then of course the fourth pacer has to be Shami or Bumrah, of course, because of the Yorkers and the form he has currently. Now, fifth bowler again, then Shardul Thakur will be my fifth choice. Sixth would be Ravindra Jadeja, Varun Chakravarti. On that day, whatever the conditions are, we will be choosing whether it would be a pacer or a spinner. Yeah, that's what my choices are.
That's really nice. Very tactful thinking. Also, I'd like to add to your point that one of either Kohli, Rohit happened to mention that either him, Kohli, or Surya will like just bowl a couple of overs. I feel that's a really nice way to just break the momentum of the batsman, that their batsman momentum. Yeah, that's a really good move. Okay, so let's just take it forward. I'll just pass it on to Alan. He'll explain the World T20 records of India and Pakistan.
Right. So now this segment is the bonanza segment of cricket. It's the two arch rivals going head to head. Something that we've sort of been, deprived of in the past few years now, owing to reasons that we cannot control. So these ICC games between India and Pakistan are like, I think like these fun outings that, we had in school once a year. All the kids inside us just come alive when India Pakistan is playing, and we're just like kids waiting to watch the TV and just watch the players go on the field and just take and soak in the vibes of this cricket bonanza that's coming to our way. And we finally have it now again in the T20 format, which is the best format, I think, to have like an India Pakistan all crazy game. So this segment is just previewing the game that we have, the first league game. You know, even ICC, I think, very smart that India Pakistan का game पहले रख दिया है. They also know कि कहाँ से उनको views कहाँ मिलेंगे. So yeah, so what I will be talking about is, you know, the squads of both the teams, and like Ria and Vidhi already spoke on length about the bowling combinations that they see us having. So I'll just speak about the head-to-head record that India and Pakistan have in T20s. I mean, we all know their ICC records, but in T20s, it's also not that special. I think we played them 5 times now, and all the 5 times we have been able to, you know, sort of have the reins over Pakistan. And I'm hoping that this is the case come the game, the big game. But also, to be fair to Pakistan, I think the recent form that they have been in, you know, I was actually researching a little bit on the West Indies series, the South Africa series, and the England series. So they have, you know, actually have innings where they've gone on to score 200, and they've actually chased 200 as well. And I think their batting, which has always been the threat, right? We all remember that dreadful CT 2017 final, where the batting just took the game away from us completely, and that one no ball just turned the game. So if these batsmen like are on song on their day, they can give nightmares to our bowlers. And I, for one, you know, people go gaga over Babar Azam, and he is that player. He just oozes class. But for me, Mohammad Rizwan is also a player that, you know, one should really be fearful of, because that man has just propelled in the past few years. And I think he's finally found himself and as a player, and he's found his spot. So I think Rizwan also will be someone to watch out for. So I'll go with my first question now to Bhavesh. What would your ideal Indian 11 be like? I mean, now we already spoke about the bowling combinations. But what would your batting combination look like? Do you think that Pandya will sit out and Pant will sit out for Kishan, or how do you see this going?
Yeah, I really don't think that Ishan will manage to play first game. So starting with the openers, I think KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma will be our openers for the first game against Pakistan. I think KL Rahul is in the form of his life, so he can set the momentum early on only, playing his natural aggressive shots. Rohit Sharma can take a bit of time and adjust and can go for a long innings. Number 3 would be our skipper Virat Kohli. There is no doubt in that. People are concerned with his form, recent form, but if you see his last 5 T20I matches, he has scored around 240 runs, and his average is 115.5, with a strike rate over 150. So, like talking about international cricket, I think there is no concern about Virat Kohli. He will be different altogether when he wears the blue jersey. And so number 4 will be Surya Kumar Yadav. I think he has that capability to move the game forward in the middle overs by rotating the strikes and playing some big shots when needed. Number 5 will be Rishabh Pant. I think India will go with the experience the Rishabh Pant is having. Like, he's playing T20 cricket for India like for 5 years from now. I think he debuted in 2016. So he has that experience which India needed. I still think that number 6 will be Hardik Pandya for the first game. Like, they need one sort of finisher. Like, whenever India is looking for around 70 odd runs in last 5-6 overs, all eyes will be on Hardik Pandya. So I think Hardik Pandya will go on number 6. Number 7 will be Ravindra Jadeja. I think he is also in form of his life. He is contributing in each and every aspect one can do. So yeah, I don't think that there is any problem with that. Number 8 and number 9, I think India will go with 2 more spinners. So India will play 3 spinners. And I think India will play Varun Chakravarti and Ravichandran Ashwin in the first game against Pakistan. R. Ashwin has that experience of slowing down the game in the middle overs. And Varun Chakravarti is a mystery bowler for them. I think Pakistan haven't faced him since. And Pakistan haven't watched him that too. So I think Varun Chakravarti can be a good bowler against Pakistan. Talking about 2 pacers for first game, I think it would be Shami and Bumrah for me, considering the form they are having from the IPL, and I think they will be the first 2 bowlers. But like, one thing I want to mention, like, for the X factor India is having in this squad is, I think VJ factor will be like Varun Chakravarti and Ravindra Jadeja. These 2 are the X factors India are having. They are in exceptional form, and I think they can, like, Jadeja can contribute in every aspect.
Right. So, Bhavesh, I think I agree with your 11 to the point, but except on one thing. I think Ashwin, like, I was just looking at the 11 of the Pakistan games recently in the T20Is, just seeing their makeup of the team and how many left-handers do they actually have in their top order or even in their middle order. And I don't think they have a lot of left-handers except Fakhar Zaman, obviously the most attacking batsman
Yeah.
they have. So, I think Ashwin probably would find himself to, I think, go for runs against Pakistan because let's face it, Pakistan is also a subcontinental team and they also are one of the best players of spin, right? And Ashwin being an off spinner, and it's we're playing on Dubai, so there is going to be some kind of dew as well. So which I feel, I know like finger spinners have more control over the ball than wrist spinners would say. That's why I think you need Varun Chakravarti, like you mentioned, the mystery spinner. I think he is going to be an X factor. And Jaddu as well. I think Jaddu has shown that he is capable of putting performances through, and he can sort of play that role of defensive role where he just cuts the runs from one end, and Chakravarti can come in and take the wickets of these frustrated batsmen. But I feel like since the grounds are a little bigger in Dubai, dimension wise, there is a short boundary and there is a long boundary. I think that we would need a third pacer, and I think Shardul Thakur would come in best at this point because of his just knack of taking wickets. And I think he is that sort of skiddy and off. Uska pace kam aata hai from the ball kabhi when even he's bowling a knuckle ball, it just looks like it's coming slower than a normal knuckle ball probably would. So I think Shardul Thakur could get the nod ahead of Ashwin, but again, Ashwin is Ashwin. He is by
Yeah, he
far
has
the
that
greatest test
experience.
bowler at this point. So he has that experience, and that is also one of the reasons why he is picked in the squad for a white ball game after 4 years. So all these factors taking into consideration, we could just see a surprise. And this
Yeah.
Indian team management always throws selection surprises at us. I mean, we have been surprised so many times. I don't think it's least to expect that they probably might do something again. All right, so yeah, when we were researching for this Pakistan-India game, we also saw that there are a lot of new blood into this team, both on both sides, Pakistan and India. So we were, sort of thinking of who and what would be the matchups, to look forward to. So Vidhi, I'll come to you, but I'll go to Dipen first just to get his small opinion. Dipen, if you could give me just the name of two players from both sides who you think would have a great match, like a matchup that you see deciding the match.
I'll go with the first one. I'll go with Fakhar Zaman and Jasprit Bumrah because if you look at it, see, I know the hype is around Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, but then we know Fakhar Zaman gave us nightmares in those CT final 2017, and we know how destructive he can be. So I would go with Bumrah too because see, Bumrah, if you guys have seen him in Mumbai Indians, Rohit always gives him the tough overs where where we need a breakthrough. And I think Bumrah does that really well. So if I think Fakhar Zaman will play at number 3 because I'm seeing Babar and Rizwan opening. So Bumrah can be our go-to bowler who can come around and take his wicket. And Fakhar Zaman likes to play his pull shots. So the Yorker will be the one which will be the perfect delivery for him to get out. Yeah. Next I can imagine is Babar Azam and versus Varun Chakravarti because see, Babar Azam is a very good player of spin too, because as you mentioned, Alan, they are also a subcontinental team. But Fakhar Zaman, Varun Chakravarti is our X factor, and we know that he hasn't played against Pakistan. So I think that's the most exciting matchup which I'm looking forward to because these guys have played against each other. But Babar Azam versus Varun Chakrabarti is going to be the first time. So, and I am looking forward to Virat giving him the bowler in the power plays because he's going to open. Like I can also see
Yeah,
him bowling the first over because that will be really exciting. That will be like playing with his mind if you look at it. Because Varun
definitely.
Chakrabarti has, uh, you know, uh, has taken the wicket of Virat Kohli himself in the
Right,
power play overs. So that's
right.
something which I'm looking forward to. Yes,
Definitely. Yeah, he is that sort of knacky bowler. Vidhi,
exactly.
what about you? What do you think is your matchup for the game?
Look, I'm I'm all for Varun Chakravarti and the mystery spin thing that he brings to the table. But for me, the most exciting matchup that I'm looking forward to is our most experienced batsman, that is Kohli and Rohit, who will be facing Shaheen Afridi for the first time.
Yeah,
So
that
Shaheen
is the
Afridi is
contest.
there. Yeah, Shaheen Afridi is their like the trump card, because he has been exceptional in the last 2 years, if you see. And
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just really excited to see that how our like the most experienced Indian batsmen and our the people who lead our batting side, how what tactic will they use to face Shaheen Afridi. I'm just extremely excited to see that.
And
Yeah,
to add
I think
to
that's a great
uh,
point.
yes, to
Yeah,
add
Vidya.
to what Vidhi said, see, the most experienced players in Virat and Rohit have been troubling have been troubling. They have a trouble against the left arm pacers. If you look at the
Yeah,
history, the 2017 final there was Mohammad Amir, then 2019 semi-final there was Trent Bolt.
and Bolt.
So it's a matchup which I'm also looking forward to, because I want to see them, getting over Shaheen Afridi's head and keep attacking, so that Shaheen Afridi don't get the rhythm to give them their wickets. And Dubai has good help for the fast bowlers in the first 6 overs.
Right,
So
right.
I'm definitely looking forward to Shaheen Afridi giving bowling in the first 6 overs. So yes, it's a pretty good matchup. Let's see.
Yeah, I think
I
everyone's
totally,
made
totally
like
agree with
great,
Vidhi on
great
this,
points.
because Pakistan's batting is a bit shaky, but then the real matchup is going to be their strong bowlers against our strong batsmen. So that's going to
Yep.
be quite a good matchup.
Yeah, I think everyone's made great points, and it's just now that we have such a big game at our disposal, and India and Pakistan are sort of the underdogs, if one could say. Every expert and analyst's interview or article that I've been reading, sort of has Pakistan, just there and thereabouts, because this Pakistan team is very unpredictable. They might just come up and one day and be like, "नहीं, आज हमको जीतना है, हम जीत के ही जाएंगे." Like like the 2017 the final. I mean, Pakistan sort of like crawled their way into the semis and into the finals, but come the big day, Pakistan was just like, we want to win, and they've literally pushed India down and just came triumphant up, right? So you never know what Pakistan is on the pitch on what given day, but I just know that it'll be a cracker of a game, and we have some great matchups. And we also want, as fans, just that little extra as a masala in India Pakistan game. We also just want, so someone of Kohli just scoring a 50, or if he just scores a T20I century that he hasn't yet, if something like that happens, or someone gets a 5 wicket, or Pakistan is like 5 down in the power play. So yeah, let's hope something like that happens. What we have planned next for y'all is sort of a very interesting segment. It's the quiz segment, so I'll take this and give it to Vidhi, and she will take that ahead.
Okay, so we have, as Aaron mentioned, we have a quiz planned for you guys. So what we'll do is we'll ask 5 questions per host. Like I'll be asking 5 questions first, and then Alan will ask 5 questions next. So what I want you guys to do is just unmute yourselves first, and then yeah, I'll just ask the question, and whoever answers first gets the point. I'm going to mark you all down, and we'll just decide the winner at the end of this. How does that sound?
Cool.
That sounds pretty exciting.
Cool, exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, chalo. So let's unmute ourselves. So the first question that I'm going to throw around is, who was the man of the match in the 2011 second semi-final that we played against Pakistan?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Correct. I'll give that point to Ria. Ria gets 1.
Yeah, it's so prepared.
Okay. Yeah. She's done her research well.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So the second question is, who has won the most Player of the Match awards in India-Pakistan games?
Virat Kohli.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Correct.
Virat Kohli. Sachin.
That point goes to Dipen.
Yeah.
He's right. It's Virat Kohli. Okay. So the third question is, who was the Player of the Match? Who did the Player of the Match award go to in the 2007 World T20 final?
Irfan Pathan.
Correct. Absolutely right.
He gave us the
Dipen gets another
breakthroughs.
point.
He gave us the breakthroughs,
Yeah.
which turned the match for us. Yeah.
Okay, so the fourth question is, okay, so this is a player who got to play his second test after a decade and 259 days.
Fawad Alam.
Which player is this? Correct, absolutely right.
I think he
Dipen, you're
sco-
leading this one.
Yeah, I think he scored a century in that match, if I'm not wrong. I think he got to
Yeah.
play it against New Zealand. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he scored a century.
Century,
Right?
yeah. And I remember him for his stance, for his unorthodox stance,
Yeah.
because it's pretty interesting to see. It's like that Shiv Narayan Chandrapal.
Chandrapal.
Yeah. Yeah. He does this celebration also
Exactly,
after
yeah.
scoring a yeah. Okay, so okay. The last question from my side will be okay, so this is pretty interesting. Who did Sachin play his first match against?
Pakistan. No, England.
Correct. No, okay, so your first answer was right.
Pakistan, yeah.
Pakistan.
I'll have to give that point to Bhavesh because I think he answered it.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt
Yeah.
because yeah, he played the first Pakistan match. He was a substitute fielder against he played for Pakistan. He played against India actually. He played for Pakistan.
I think he was 13-year-old.
He
13-year-old that
yeah,
time.
he was a substitute fielder for the Pakistan side because I think one of their batsmen just left the field for a lunch break. It was a friendly match basically. So yeah, he
Bhavesh got
played
lucky.
his first he played his first match against India. Yeah, he played for Pakistan.
Right.
Okay, so I'll just throw it around to Alan. Take it forward, please.
Yeah. Nah, guys, I think we were thinking of going easy on y'all, but I think y'all have like aced the quiz. I was telling Vidhi, Vidhi was like, should we make it a little easy? And I told her कि नहीं, I mean, ये लोग cricket fans है. We also should have some fun. थोड़ा मुश्किल करते हैं, हम भी मजे लेते हैं थोड़ा. But I guess you guys are prepared for everything. Okay, fine. So the first question that I have is there is only one solitary half century scored by a Pakistani batter against India in World T20s. Can you all name that batter, actually?
Misbah-ul-Haq.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. He had scored his first 50 in the bowl-out game when we made 141. Misbah was the lone hero, like again for them in the finals. It was Misbah-ul-Haq. Okay, fine.
Misbah-ul-Haq is a
Great,
constant against India. Like
yeah, I think that guy
he has to
and
play against
T20 and India is just like Misbah has to be there, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right. So fine. I think this question will be a little difficult, hopefully. Who are the three players who have played for both national teams before and after the partition? I'm talking Pakistan specific.
Yeah.
No idea about this
No
one.
idea.
I know
idea.
there are three players, but
Yeah, I will give the pain a little bit more time. I think he has it.
see, we can only guess, but not sure.
No, you just throw a guess if you can.
There was some Abdul, if I'm not wrong. If one was
No. Yes, there is Abdul Hafiz and
yeah. See,
Ahmed and Gul. Yeah, but I think we can give it to the pain. It's a tough question. So half point. Half point.
Because I read it somewhere, but I couldn't.
Right.
recall.
No, I also wasn't actually aware of this. Vidhi passed this question to me, and then I went and researched a little bit. So yeah, thank you, Vidhi, for this.
That's a tough.
Okay, fine. The next question is which Indian batsman made a century when we last played Pakistan? This is pretty
Rohit
simple.
Sharma.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was the 140.
140. He was pretty frustrated when he got out because that.
Isn't that Rohit Sharma with so many
Exactly.
of his innings? He's poised to make that big daddy innings, and he just like throws his innings away. Yeah.
Only Rohit
Typical.
Sharma can take his own wicket. That's how we know.
I think even in the oval century that he made, I think he would have gone on to score 150 plus 200 also if he could have. But again, Rohit Sharma being Rohit Sharma.
Rohit can do many things, but he cannot leave a short ball. He cannot do it, and he has to hit it for him.
That gives him.
All right. Okay, fine. The next question: which edition of the T20 World Cup have the two teams not faced each other?
2009, 2010.
2009 and 10. 9 and 10.
Right. Right. Okay, Vidhi, now I'll
give
keep
this
this on
one
you.
to-
Who do you want to give this to?
I think let's give this one to Bhavesh. I feel like Dipen already is leading something. Give this one to
But see,
Bhavesh.
but see, if there's a tiebreaker, then I should get the point. Huh?
There's no
fine. If there's-
tiebreaker. You're the clear winner, man. What?
I mean, if you're winning, then all right. Okay, fine.
I hope we win
Uh,
tomorrow as the pain is winning today.
I am.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the Indian
I
jersey
hope-
also, so let's.
I hope I am
All
not
is
the
well.
jinx one. That if I, India loses tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, fine. This is my last question. Which 5 Indian players were nominated for the 2007 bowl out that we had?
Uthappa,
Viren,
Harbhajan, Sehwag,
Tappa, Sehwag.
Dinesh Karthik.
Wait. I'll give Bhavesh to answer his first 5 and then we'll move on to the others.
Yeah,
So
alright.
Bhavesh, you tell me.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Sehwag,
Hmm?
Harbhajan, Dinesh Karthik,
Hmm?
more Irfan Pathan.
So you only I won't reveal the answer, but okay, fine. Ria and Dipen, you all also give me your guesses.
I think Ria, you can go ahead.
Is it like the? I think 4 are right, and I think the 5th one is Joginder Sharma. Is it right?
No, it's
I'll
there
try.
is another bowler. Dipen, you can give it a shot.
Sehwag, Harbhajan,
Yeah.
Done.
Robin, Dinesh Karthik,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Rohit Sharma.
Okay, fine. So Bhavesh was the closest. Ria, like Ria said, he got 4 right. So I'll go in the order. I think it was Sehwag, Bhaji, Uttappa, Srishant, and Pathan. But we
Srishant.
didn't need Srishant and Pathan because, well, we all remember the cap celebration of Uttappa and
Right.
how we won the bowl out.
Right.
Right. So fine. I think I thought I made this quiz a little difficult, but nay, cricket fans never cease to
We'll make
surprise
it.
us.
Don't worry. We'll make it tougher the next time.
Yeah, the
We'll
next
have
the next
four
one
more
will
podcasts.
be far tougher than this. Don't worry. I mean, you all are giving us a little extra work, but हम भी कर लेंगे. थोड़ा मजा हमको भी चाहिए.
Yeah, see,
for sure.
India and Pakistan matches are very rare, so we know everything.
Yeah.
If we
That is
do this
also
for
true.
India versus
I think ऐसे
Australia-
सब में highlights भी इतनी बार देखे होंगे वही games के.
Exactly.
ऐसे I think it's just fixed in everyone's minds, no?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Anyways, great guys. I think you all are very well versed, and see, this goes to show exactly why we're having this podcast, because we're such like passionate and well-read fans about not just India. I mean, we are Indians, so we will know more about India, but we are well versed about cricket and just in general. So this is exactly why Sports Host is starting this cricket podcast, and we're just very eager to take this ahead and do this every week, and whenever we can just get together and discuss. So yeah, this calls the end of our quiz segment, and I'll just give it over to Vidhi to sort of thank everyone and sign off.
Okay, so yeah, this has been fun. This has been really fun. We had so much fun researching about the podcast, the topics we will talk about, and the matchups and everything, all of it. This was really fruitful, and this makes me 10 times more excited for tomorrow evening.
You guys need to announce the
waiting.
winner. You guys need to announce the winner.
Yeah.
Dipen leads
waiting
by
for it.
half a point.
Oh.
Okay, so Dipen is 4.5 and Bhavesh is 4. So yeah, you lead by half a point. So you're the winner this time, Dipen.
I like this competition. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So just we'll talk about. We kept mentioning the Champions Trophy 2017 final match, but let's just not forget the group stage match that we played. We won by 132 runs, and that was massive, right? So that just brings on to show that we can win big against Pakistan. We have a very bright chance, and this is the most balanced side that we produced over the years. And yeah, we really can do it. We can do it tomorrow. We can pull a win off of Pakistan tomorrow, and we'll be back with another video next week before the New Zealand versus India match. Okay, before signing off, before we finish the video, I'll just like to ask one bonus question to everybody. Let's just end the debate here. Who plays the cover drive better, Babar Azam or Virat Kohli?
Is that even question?
Yeah, is that even a question?
Question. It has to be Virat.
It has to be.
There is no
Yeah,
question. There is no question.
I mean, see, Babar
1
is
point
good.
to everybody.
Babar is
No
good,
question.
but there's no questioning Virat Kohli's cover drive any day.
Babar is the photographer's cover drive, but Virat Kohli is just, for the
Virat
heart.
Kohli is too. Virat Kohli is too a photographer.
Yeah, but I think Virat Kohli's cover drive just, it just hits you, it just hits you right, I think. You
Exactly.
watch
It's
it and
So
it's like,
controlled, man. Just
It's
Din
like
ban
a
gaya.
yeah, it's like a poetry in motion. His stance,
Exactly.
his cover drive. It's pretty good.
You can
He
watch his
just-
cover drive on loop.
Yeah, he pulls it off to
everything.
perfection, right?
Everything is just perfect, man.
Amazing.
Correct. So yeah, let's just sign off on that note. See you guys next week.
Thank you.
Right,
thank
right,
you,
guys. Thank you so
Thank
much
you so
for,
much.
being here, and it was just great fun having you all.
It was great.
Looking
fun
forward
having
to the
you.
next podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.